Okay, here's the deal. We on Domestic Girlfriend episode 2, and I gotta be honest. The first episode was really great. I like it. I like how the first episode was continuing towards the manga. It got a little more detail, and how the opening of it was really stand out. And speaking of the opening, I had to in episode 2. I love the opening. It was so charismatic. It was so drama. It was seeing the rain and playing the piano. The girl playing the piano. It's to me, it's like that's Ruri's little sister, and I see it. I don't know why. That's gotta be her. Think about it. Okay, so I will say this. Sorry about this. I will kind of do a little spoilers here, but let's be honest. For those of us who read the manga, we already know what we expect, and that we're gonna see a development in Rui and Hina's thing. We're gonna see a big development. Not to mention Rui's long hair. Like Rui's gonna have a development with her hair. She's gonna have a long hair. Character development. That's like I said. I won't spoil too much because I'm not trying to spoil to everybody who hasn't read the manga. But as the anime perspective, I gotta be honest. They really following the manga to a point where we're like, we get it now. I mean, it's covering like 2 or 3 chapters at best, and that's what they're doing. So, what a way to kick off the show with him waking up late and him going to school. And then you realize that he literally found out that Rui is transferring to his school. Now, here's the downside to this. Here's the downside. I love Rui than Hina. Throughout the manga right now, I like Rui more than Hina because Rui, she has her on and off switch at times. There are times that she wants to be open and times are not. And there are times that she says things out of random that is so funny to hear her say it. Like in this episode, she's like, we had sex once, and then is it awkward that we had sex once and then we became siblings? That's the awkward because Natsuro, I'll be honest, for the main character Natsuro, he is trying to be a good stepbrother. He's like, I get it. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's stuck between deciding if he wants to be a stepbrother or a boyfriend. But now that his parents are married, it's kind of like, okay, I slept with my stepsister. That's incest right there. I mean, I know they're not blood related, but that still qualifies as incest. You slept with your stepsister. Now he can't even decide. Like, could I tell my friends at the school? Because now that his friends know that, that's the girl from the mixture, which is Ruri, he can't even tell them like, I slept with her. Now, and he don't want to tell them like, that's my sister, because now that if that, you know what I mean? Like, if the whole school was to know about, Ruri and Natsuro's, what they did at the mixture after the mixture, it's gonna cause a whole riot. And not only that, it's going to affect Hina, because Hina's related to Ruri, and she and her stepbrother's Natsuro. You see what I mean? It's like he's so scared to tell his friends what happened that it will affect their lives, and he does not want that to happen. Okay, I get it. Now, that being said, I love his hair thing they did, like his bed hair thing. Like, he spent the entire first half of the morning with his hair all messed up and everything. And I'll be honest, I kind of like his hairstyle like that. I really do. I like his hairstyle. I like that. It's really good. But Rui, make it better. Being like a good stepsister she is, she make her hair look nice. And I love how they were doing the conversation. Like, Rui's not comfortable making friends. I get it. It's her first day. She's not comfortable making friends. So what she did is, okay, I'm going to practice conversations with the main character, and they did. But as they were doing conversations, it made it into a skit, and all her friends found it funny, and now she made friends with everybody she knows. I mean, she's really just a plain girl. Doesn't have social media, doesn't do as much, but she's one of those plain, stable girls that doesn't do much outside. Now, the bath scene. Oh my god, let me tell you this. When Rui... Okay, the worst case scenario of Natsuro is going open the bathroom and see the girl that you slept with / sister naked. And you close the door. Like, literally, you just close the door like this. Okay, bye. You just literally close the door. And then he just, and then all of a sudden, I can't look at you, I'm sorry, I'll wait. But Rui, Rui is that kind of girl who doesn't give a damn. She's like, why don't you come in? I mean, you already saw everything of me once. I'm like, damn. She is making this so easy for him. He's like, you already saw me once. And it got quiet for like 40 seconds with the quiet. I thought it was the volume, but it was actually this quietness. Like, okay, no. And they sat down. I mean, he sat down, didn't even look back at her. Because he trying to be like a good stepbrother, not looking at her sister naked. Okay, I get it. But I'm like, okay, you already saw her body. There's no, like, again, you're in the middle. Think about, pick your battles. That's what I'm trying to say to him. Pick your battle. And then when Rui mentioned about Hina and her boyfriend, we're going to see that further. I mean, if the manga continues with Hina's backstory about her boyfriend and all that stuff, we're going to get more into that. I just hope they get to a point. Probably like, I think they'll cover like 30 up to 40 chapters at best if they decided to go that route. Now, we're going to move forward to when, Ruby got out. She literally just, it's like, okay, you saw Ruby's backside again, didn't even look away. Now, the whole dinner thing. Okay, this is where things get better. Hina, being as a sensei as she is, she tried her best to cook. I mean, she cooked 3 things that didn't even make sense. I mean, she cooked the standard food, and Rui, she's a good cook. I mean, she really is. And then Hina, trying to pretend like nothing this ever happened, trying to make the main character feel her long, luscious hair, and she wished she had the hair like Natsuro's. Okay, she's drunk, I get it. She's trying to pretend like nothing ever happened. That's what drinking does. When you drink, you kind of want to forget everything. Like, just push aside and let's talk about something else. But Natsuro, playing the big old hero trump card that she is, he just said, I need to ask, how's things go with your boyfriend? I'm like, damn! From that part, I was like, you could have said, I love you, Hina. I loved you before we became siblings. Like, he could have said that. I know they're trying to build up the momentum of this, but he could have just go right down the middle and said, I like you. I mean, it's going to happen. I'm just saying, he could have said it right there. But then you want to bring up her boyfriend. And like I said, Hina's not the type of person who want to bring up nothing about her boyfriend. It's like, this is her problem. She's an adult. Natsuro's a kid. Natsuro don't know nothing about adult problems. So Hina is saying like, okay, I'm an adult. It's just none of your business. It's between my boyfriend and I. We got this. And then he got a call from his boyfriend saying, oh, he's going out for a bit in the front. And it was like 20 minutes. That's how long it took? No. Conversations like that, conversations outside would have been like, 5 minutes? But 20 minutes? Something went wrong. So Natsuro, being as the only brother / stepbrother that he is, he wants to comfort her. And she's like, forget about it. Nothing ever happened. Good thing Rui opened the door and they found out some mom. That's their parents coming in and celebrating their marriage with cheesecake. But that's how it. And Hina just walks away. Doesn't want anybody to be in this conversation. So anyway, based on episode 2, I really like how this is going so far. It's really building up the dynamics of Natsuro, Hina, and Rui in a love triangle of twists and perils as each individual is trying to build up the confidence, the love for each one another. Natsuro, like I said, he's having a hard time understanding Hina's feelings. I mean, okay, I get it. He's in love with this teacher, but it's his stepsister. I get it. But it's hard for him to really confess to it. And Rui is trying to show that I still love him. She still loved Natsuo even if they had sex once, but she still want to be part of the love conversation. I mean, even when Yuri dragged Hina like a piece of carpet, she dragged her after that one episode she got drunk, just dragged her over, like doesn't even care. She's like, I'm used to this. She really liked Natsuo, she just don't want to admit it to it. But it's gonna happen though. It's gonna build it up, and when the time comes, we'll see it. So I look forward for episode 3, and let's see if they're gonna build up with the more girls they show in the open. Let's see if the more girls will appear in episode 3 or 4, probably, because I know how they're gonna follow in the manga. But if they continue it, it probably will be. So let's see.